a speech right now. Let's listen to that, please.
I'm setting out our social cohesion plan today, which is a broader piece of work about how we bring people together as a country, make sure that we build on what we all care about, which is very much pride in our communities, pride in who we are as a country, pride, of course, in the places that we all come from. Everybody's got a pride about where they come from, and that real sense of making sure that we do integrate and we're one country standing together, particularly at a time like this, and that we bear down on extremism and division, because it's very important all the time to do that. It's particularly important at the moment. And so that's what we're doing as we turn into this week. So I think what you'll see is the focus going more to what impact might this have back in the United Kingdom. This will be happening across all countries, really, and really to reassure you about the work the government is doing to get ahead of that and to monitor the risk, assess the risk, and work with others across our own government, but actually with other countries. Part of the response at a time like this has to be constantly talking to leaders in other countries, particularly in the region, but also across Europe when it comes to the economy and other measures. So that's all I'll say for now. I think I've got some questions from you, so this is your chance. Anybody got any questions that they want to ask? I think we'll do the old-fashioned way of putting a hand up, if that's all right. Yes, I'll try and do a question behind me whilst facing this way. It's always a skill, but hopefully I can master it. I think we've got a microphone coming for you so you can be heard.
Is that okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good morning. My question is, what are you doing to bring communities together in this world that is so divided, and what is in place?
Yeah, this is really important. I mean, it is a really sad feature, isn't it, of a time like this, that some people will try and use it as an opportunity to divide. So I think on two levels we're working. The first is we have to be really conscious that where people want to divide at the moment in relation to this conflict, it's in the space of trying to divide the Muslim community and the Jewish community. So we're working particularly on those two strands. There is a sort of broader cohesion plan that we've been working on for some time, which is not just a reaction to this conflict, obviously, is much broader, which is how do we bring the country together? One of my biggest concerns at the moment is that there's too many people in politics who want to set up grievances between different groups of people to point fingers and divide and say that we can't be one country, we can't be one set of communities. I totally disagree with that. I think one of the great things about this country is we're a diverse country where we prove actually that different people can live alongside each other in a tolerant way with our values. And actually, that's more than just an observation on who we are as a country. It's what we are as a country. That is us. And we should hold that close. We should be proud of it. And so the cohesion plan is intended to make sure that everything is being put in place to support the work we're doing there. Let us go to another question. Yes, please.
And now joining us live to provide more perspective on that speech is Hamid Vahidi, Iranian-Australian community leader. He's the co-founder of Mehran Foundation. He's joining us live from Sydney. Sir, we just listened into Keir Starmer's speech right there. Of course, Keir Starmer did mention that different people can live together. In light of the Bondi shooting that recently happened in Sydney, Australia, can Jewish communities and Muslim communities still cooperate in Sydney being Australian? What are your thoughts, sir, please?
First of all, thanks for having me. That's a great question, Roshan. I think it's something that we need to consider. It's not about being just Jewish community living with others. It's this extremism and, these extremist religious groups that are, bothering Jewish community. So the Bondi attack that happened just a few weeks ago, it was very unfortunate, and it wasn't anybody's fault other than this Islamist religious group that they just started opened fire on people, innocent people that were just at the beach, just having their own time. So I think it is very conflicting, and to have a group that is deciding to to use open fire, live fire on innocent people based on an ideology. And it's not about just Jewish people. I know that this is anti-Semitism, but this kind of terror has happened before in other countries as well. So if you look at the European countries, in Canada, in almost all the countries across the world, you're seeing these kind of terrorist attacks. And it's, as I mentioned, it's not just against Jewish people. It is that the main sponsor of these kind of terrorist attacks are the Islamic regime in Iran, which is occupying Iran, which has started the terror inside Iran and is exporting this kind of mechanism to just shut everyone up and just try to expand its own ideology to have like a global caliphate. So different people, different group of people with different ideology, they can be different religion, culture, they can live together. But if one of them is extremist and it's wanting just to expand its own ideology, I think it's very hard to do. And it's just breaking that norm in a culture. And this multiculturalism that we are advocating in Australia, it cannot work with such extremism.
Please stay with us, sir. We'll be right back.